What's up guys, and welcome to the beginning of my F1 2017 modded career mode with Stoffel Vandoorne in the McLaren Honda. In this series we are going to doing all 20 races in the F1 2017 season with the Belgium in obviously one of the most, well, the worst car on the grid basically. McLaren, if you have been following F1 this season, you know that McLaren are doing absolutely abysmal. Especially when they have a two-time World Championship winner in the #1 driver. We're being the #2 driver in this season. So Stoffel Vandoorne, the Belgian. Hopefully we can get some good results. Obviously, we've still got the F1 2016 performance. So obviously McLaren were much better last season. But here we are on qualifying. If you want my assists, I use 2D corners only racing line. Then I use automatic gearbox and full track control. I'm such a bad driver, I know. Finishing P12 and qualifying alright, but we messed up on the last two corners. So 1-2 for Mercedes, 3-4 for Ferrari, 5-6 for Red Bull, 7-8 for Williams, and it goes Perez, Alonso, Ocon and Vandoorne. But without further ado, let's get into the first race. So if we look at our race strategy for the race, we can see that our team wants to do as a one-stop, much more conservative strategy. Obviously, we have to do the soft tyres as it is a mandatory try, but here we are, 5 lights for the first race of the season, and it's lights out and away we go. It looks like we've got a better start than Esteban Ocon, and yes, we are into P11. What we're going to do in this first turn, can we make a move on our teammate? There's no way we can, but there's an incident up in front of us, and we get actually, like, what happened there? We just get obliterated basically. We just got puffed out of the way basically. That's an awful way of saying it. But the safety car actually does come out. I have no idea what happened here until I saw this replay. And we're focusing on Max Verstappen here. As they're gonna go 3 wide, him and his teammate, and can you reckon it just isn't gonna work? And I think that's Lance Stroll who he hit, which put him in the right way. After he was in a sideways position. Don't know how that brought out our safety car. Like it's not like he was at the back of the field. He literally lost about 2 positions. But they tried to go 3 wide into that corner, and Max, it's not going to work for you, mate. So as you can see, Max and Lance both pit after they made contact, obviously. But unfortunately, it does a ghost thing in the F1 game where it just doesn't focus on people going to pit sometimes. But anyway, that's not really anything to bother about. Move on to the end of lap 4, when we are trying to get past Sergio Perez at the start of the safety car restart. But I don't think we can get him because A, Sergio Perez is much better driving than us, and B, Force India is a much better team than us, and C, they've got much better straight line speed. Hopefully we'll be able to improve this as the season progresses. But as for now, the car is quite weak. Obviously, it's better than it was in real life because we're still on the points. But whatever. On the same lap here, we see Lance Stroll. Obviously, he had to pit as well as Max Verstappen. He's going to go. Yes, he makes a move. This is from 19th place on Kevin Magnussen, and he's going to go down the inside of him. Yes, he makes the move stick. Well done, Lance. But here's Max Verstappen. He's going to go down the inside of Kevin Magnussen. He's going to lose 2 places if in a matter of corners if Max can make the move. He's going to squeeze out Kevin Magnussen. I mean, a bit unfairly, but you know that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do as a racing driver. So he makes a move into 20th place. Obviously, that's not where he wanted to be at the end of lap 5. But as we go on to lap 7 now, and we try and go for Perez, and we lose a bit of our front wing. That's not going to help us whatsoever. It's going to reduce the downforce, and in the corner it's going to be much worse, so it's unlikely we're going to make a decent overtake. But as for overtakes, we can see one right now between my teammate Fernando Alonso and also Esteban Ocon in his debut season, a debut race for Sahara Force India in the pink car, and he's going to go down the inside of Fernando into this corner. Inside only barges Fernando out of the way, and Fernando is down into into 10th place, which is bad for him. Grosjean and Kvyat right behind him. I think that's Nico Hulkenberg there. Here we are. Now, I know what you're thinking. Manor. They're not teaming. They're not racing this year. I can't get rid of them. So hopefully they get no points, because that will just ruin the series. But Miranda makes an excellent overtake on Palmer, and there's contact behind. That's Esteban Gutierrez in the other manner. Don't know why is in that car. That's unbelievable stuff. What happened here? Looks like Carlos Sainz got caught up in this incident. Did he try to go down the inside of Esteban Gutierrez and there's no gap? I'm like a psychic, honestly. Not like I just recorded this. I'm like, yeah, no. But anyway, if we go on to Max Verstappen, he's going to go round the outside of Lance Stroll. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he can, I think. Yes, it can. And he's up above Lance Stroll into out of the points. Still. TH. I don't have a clue where he was at this stage. But I know where we are. We're in P5 at the end of lap 8. I mean, trying to go down the inside of Sergio Perez. But I do think he's going to come into the pits at the end of this lap, so we can be set free. After, obviously, he is on the super soft tyres, and the super soft tyres are only meant to last like 6 to 8 laps. But obviously, because of the safety car, obviously that expanded the lifespan, because obviously he wasn't pushing the tyres at all. So that set us free into P4, and actually, I think 2 of the cars pitted, so we're actually in P2. Couldn't be in the lead of this race at this point, but we do get into the lead at some point. But it is Fernando pitting on the same lap as Sergio Perez. You can see Sergio Perez just coming out the pits. There he is. Here's Fernando here. Fernando's the one we want to focus on, because he's going to come out just ahead of Romain Grosjean, who is pitted like the lap before. So obviously, Alonso's just on fresh tyres, so he's very vulnerable for an overtake, and that's what Grosjean is able to do here. But he has to set off the outside line here, which isn't going to benefit him. But he will have the inside line for this corner. Will Grosjean do the same thing that Ocon did to Alonso? Yes, he does. Alonso, what are you doing, mate? You got outbarged twice. Not very good there. But lap 11, here we are now. On a replay of Julian Palmer. He's just chilling, you know, his Renault. Just obviously didn't have the best of seasons last year, but he can improve in here. But he's just got Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, Kimi Räikkönen, Daniel Ricciardo behind, that's all. The former of which goes around the outside of him into this chicane. And he does make the move stick, which is good on him. But Palmer is going to get overtaken again, I think, by Lewis Hamilton. Obviously on much older tyres than all these guys. These guys have just pitted, obviously. So Hamilton is looking very eager to make a move on Julian here. But he has to stay behind his fellow Britishman for the time being. But can I get past him down the start-finish straight? Onto lap 12 we go in this Grand Prix. Surely he's going to come into the pits at the end of that Palmer. I'm not sure. But Lewis Hamilton goes down the inside of Palmer and he makes a move stick. Look how bad Palmer's exit was. Surely Kimi Räikkönen's going to make a move. Surely I would expect this to happen here. No! No, he doesn't. That is unbelievable scenes. But he eventually does make the move at the end of the lap, which is expected because, like, Kimi, like, he's got such a better car. So I could just go on for data on how much better Kimi Räikkönen is than Julian Palmer. I could go on and mention how much better Johnny Herbert was than Julian Palmer. I mean, I don't know, but Johnny Herbert did win a race. Yeah, fair enough. But Palmer does eventually pit, so that's Ricciardo free. Here we see a replay of Valtteri Bottas, who goes around the outside of Esteban Ocon. He, fortunately, didn't have to get past Julian Palmer, because he pitted a lap later than everyone else on lap 9. So he avoided the Palmer and other guys, and that made us get in front, and he just made an overtake then on Esteban Ocon on lap 12. And on the next lap, on lap 13, he's caught right up to the back of me, and obviously we are really struggling. We really should have pitted the last lap. Our front left tyre is really struggling on 74%, so we will pit into the pits at the end of this lap for the medium tyres. So hopefully we can get through this lap unscathed. Now, if we obviously I don't want to put us past him, but if he's clearly ahead of me, I'm not going to dive on him or anything. But he will go down the inside here. Will we fight back? I don't really want to go for it, but I do go for it. And that has ended up in a puncture for us. Absolutely absurd scenes here. We've absolutely bottled it. We really shouldn't have done that. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know why I did that. Like, I don't know what was going through my head at that point. It's just, I have no idea why I did that because it made no sense. I wasn't battling. I wasn't battling Bottas. I wasn't racing him. I was losing time anyway. Like, why did I do that? This has cost me a chance of scoring decent points in this race. We're gonna come out like I was gonna come out in the region of Alonso, Perez, Ocon, or like Grosjean. Now I'm gonna come out in with Palmer. I mean, I don't know, just not people I should be racing with today. But I think it's my mistake for just trying to race Bottas even though I shouldn't. But unfortunately, so at this point, everyone that I thought I was gonna race has already passed me, and that is Danny Kvyat, Lance Stroll, and Kevin Magnussen there. Great! That is not what I want. Here, this is a pack I want to be racing with. Grosjean and Ocon and Verstappen and Hulkenberg. The second of which makes a move on the former, and he's going to go round the outside of the Frenchman. Can he make the move stick? Ocon is having a fantastic race in his first race for Force India, and is Vettel going to make a move? Oh, Verstappen. My bad. That was really close, by the way, to what happened to Carlos Sainz and Esteban Gutierrez. Thankfully, though, it didn't end up in an accident. Thankfully for them. Unfortunately, it feels because I wouldn't have liked the safety car so I can bunch up to the people that I'm meant to be racing. But anyway, we have to get past Kvyat for 14th place desperately here, so we're going to make a move. Are we? Yes, we are. Down the inside, into the third to last corner, and we make fourth to last corner. But on to the next lap, we're gonna try and get past Magnussen for P12. Just too far back that Ferrari engine is a little bit of to it. But we're gonna go down and say what an exit that was. That was beautiful. You could just tell the difference between one who's just pitted and one who's pitted and one who's got rid of the old tyres. But nothing happened for loads of laps until Esteban Gutierrez retires in this race after an engine failure. That's a massive engine failure at the back of that Manor driver on lap 19. That's a big engine blowout, and there's a notification we get on our screen showing that he's out of the race. But we're just chilling in P9 when the safety car comes out. This is a game changer for us. Now we can catch up to the likes of Stroll, Perez, Ocon, and our teammates. But now we're looking at what the order is at the safety car. It's Vettel from Hamilton, from Ricciardo, from Bottas, from Raikkonen, from Ocon, from Stroll, from me, from Kvyat, from Perez, who pitted, as well as Fernando Alonso, who pitted as well. They're P10 and P11. So, as you get ready for the safety car restart, we're right behind that Stroll for the last 3 or 4 laps. I've been trying to improve my my exit speeds. I'm trying to improve my corners, I could say. Just these last 2 corners, I've really been struggling the whole weekend. And of course, the one time I need that corner, I need the one time I need my exit to be fantastic, I mess upon. Great, James. So we're going to lap 24 now, the first lap of the safety car restart. Lewis Hamilton is right behind the back of Sebastian Vettel. Right at the back. And he's going to make a move around the outside. He's going to go around the outside. That's unusual. Vettel did do well to keep the inside line at his. So Lewis has to go around the outside. It's unlikely it's going to make the move because Vettel has the inside line and the racing line, the ideal racing line. And Hamilton just can't get past him at this moment in time. But Vettel is looking quite vulnerable here. Hamilton looks like he's going to make a move here. I think Vettel might lose first place here. Obviously Vettel's on the medium tyres, Hamilton's on the soft tyres. So Hamilton's a really good bigger advantage. He's going to go down the inside here with the help of slipstream and just pure better straight line speed. Hamilton does take the lead of this race. But look behind him! Daniel Ricciardo is going to make a move! Oh yes, Daniel Ricciardo, sensational stuff. The two former teammates from 2014 come together. Well, not really comes together, but like they meet again, and Ricciardo overtakes him. So as we move on to lap 24, the end of lap 24, onto lap 25, Sergio Perez is right behind us and he's going to go down the inside of us. We do not want to lose this place. We're going to do the switchback move on Sergio Perez and we get past, round the outside of him. But of course, Perez will make another move. Obviously he's got the superior grip, traction and car. So I'm expecting to go down the inside of him, but we're going to try and keep it around the outside and hang it down the inside into this corner, but we will have the inside line into this corner. We're not going to let him do what Grosjean and Ocon did to Alonso. We're going to keep it around the outside. Around the outside we go into this corner. We're just into sector 2 now, and we're going to try and hang it around the outside, but unfortunately we can't. That's just great, isn't it? Down to P9, that's just devastating for us because it's unlikely we're going to get back past Sergio Perez. But anyway, let's not focus on that anymore. We're going to focus on our teammates who's getting past Danny Kvyat. Yes, Fernando. Exactly what we want. 2 cars in the points. Brilliant stuff from Fernando. Obviously, experience pays off there. But anyway, speaking of experience, Nico Hülkenberg is experiencing a bit of issue trying to get past Danny Kvyat. Obviously, he does not want to stay behind the Russian driver for a long time, so he's going to try his best to get past him. But right behind him is the Dutch driver of Max Verstappen, just a cheeky Red Bull Racing driver, in 13th place. You know, just a bit unusual. Oh wait, he had a major incident at the start. Yeah, I could explain it. But down the inside goes up Nico Hülkenberg. Oh, brilliant move from Hülkenberg there. Oh my god, look at this! Verstappen goes around the outside of Danny Kvyat. It's going to be 3 wide to the next corner, is it? No, Verstappen has to pull out, otherwise that would have been a nasty accident, I tell you right now. Oh my god, what's that in the background? Is that smoke? Is that smoke? Yes! That is a driver retirement for Carlos Sainz, I think. Yes, Carlos Sainz is out of this Grand Prix. Unbelievable scenes here. But now let's focus on what's going on ahead with Nico Hülkenberg, Danny Kvyat, and Max Verstappen. Is Max Verstappen going to make a move on his driver he replaced last year? Yes, last year at the 2016 Russian Grand Prix. Danny Kvyat. No, he can't make a move. Instead, it's Kvyat making a move on Hülkenberg, and Kvyat will have the inside line for this corner and will squeeze Hülkenberg out into this next corner. He'll have the racing line, and Hülkenberg just can't get past him. You just can't keep up the fight. But on to lap 28 we're going to go now. This battle has gone on for a long time. Look how far Fernando Alonso is into the distance. Honestly, the chance of Verstappen getting past these 2 drivers and then getting past Verstappen is is quite unlikely. Hülkenberg's messed up. Hülkenberg's messed up there, and Verstappen gets past him into P12, and now we're going to go around the outside of Danny Kvyat. It's simple for him. It is simple for him. It's just simple for him. Like, once he gets the opportunity, he's not going to mess it up. Max Verstappen, up until Lens Waste, but I think it's too far too late. Too little too late, I think that's the phrase. Yeah, I think it is. Because Fernando is so far up the road. But these are the guys he wanted to battle with. Speaking of which, battling's going on between both Ferraris and Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas, because Bottas overtook Vettel. And look, Raikkonen's going to go on the inside of Vettel. Vettel, who was leading at the start of lap 24, is now into 5th place in the end of lap 27, I think. He's completely bottled it. He has completely bottled it. Speaking of bottling, will Hamilton bottle this lead of the race? Sorry to apologise for burping. Ricciardo right behind him. Ricciardo obviously representing his home nation in his home Grand Prix. Can he win the race? His first Australian Grand Prix. He's going to go down the inside into this corner. Ricciardo in real life retired from this race. Ricciardo in this career mode into P1 on the second to last lap of this Grand Prix. Unreal scenes here. Ricciardo will lead one solitary lap. Unbelievable. But we're right behind Sergio Perez in P9, trying to get back past Perez as the other took me a couple of laps before. I want to get past him as quickly as possible because I know that Alonso is catching me, so I don't want that to happen. Oh, but we've made contact with Perez and we've lost our front wing is now red. Our front wing is now red. This is not going to plan at all. This is not going to plan whatsoever, and we're losing so much time. We've gone wide in that corner. We've gone wide. Oh, I've gone wide in this corner as well. And this is giving Flandre a great opportunity now to streak past us. It's gonna be like I'm gonna be a sitting duck. Got the same car, but I've just bottled it. Right, I'm gonna try and fight back around the outside, but the downforce isn't there. Downforce is not there. Devastating. Devastating. We're gonna try and go around the. It's just not gonna work, is it? It just is not gonna work. Oh, this is devastating. I never thought this would happen. Unbelievable scenes here. We're gonna finish in P10 now, aren't we? Yes, we are. But Daniel Ricciardo is gonna lead one lap, and that one lap is the last lap of the Grand Prix, as he wins for his home country in his home Grand Prix. Unbelievable scenes. He led one lap, and that lap was the most important lap to lead in this race. 2-3 for Mercedes with Hamilton coming home in second and Bottas third. 4-5 for Ferrari with Raikkonen ahead of Vettel. And then it is us coming home in P10. Which is decent, because we qualified in P12. But it's Ricciardo, Hamilton, Bottas, Raikkonen and Vettel. Stroll in P6 in his debut race. Ocon, Perez, Alonso and then us. And moving to constructors, it's Mercedes on top with 33 points, Red Bull in second with only one finisher in the points. Ferrari was 22, Force India with 10, Williams Racing in 8, McLaren Honda with 3, Renault, Haas, Toro and Sauber are yet to score points. So guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. If you enjoyed it, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, hopefully we're going to get the next episode by Sunday, I think. Sunday's the goal. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And catch you guys in the next video.